Now I'm going to be tying a spent caddis pattern. Though the fly is called a spent, it could be easily used for negligent caddis as well, or hatching caddis. It's a good style. Thread I'm going to be using, this is a uni thread in rusty brown and 8/0. Now the hook choice could be a straight hook, could be in this case a curved hook, and I'm using the Tiemco. This is 2487. Now you could debarb it if you wish. There's many hooks you could use, so you don't necessarily need to use this one. Now we start with thread. Now wax the thread at the eye, just put a layer of thread down. Just remove the waste piece. I'm only going to come so far round to at this point here, just at the by the barb. For the body I'm going to just use the CDC Feather. I'm going to use a dark coloured CDC and the cinnamon. So just pull it into the tip and then we wind up. Nice and tight. Now give yourself a good thorax area to tie in materials. Now I'm going to rope like the CDC, so I'm going to wind up to get a nice caddis like shaped body. It's quite a thick body, nice and tight. There you go. Across your thread. Make sure you tie that in. Trim away your waste. Wax your thread at this point. Make sure that's tied down. And you see the nice body you get. You can trim away any wee fibres away. This helps to float the fly. So you've got your body done. Now for the wing I'm going to use 2 light and 2 dark cinnamon feathers. So just going to get them together. I'm going to tie in 2 dark first, forward of the eye. Should have had them ready before I started, but anyway, there's 2 of the dark cinnamon. So I'm going to tie this forward, so we pull in the tips. Length of the wing, you're looking for a caddis wing. If you pull it back, you're looking at least for it to come to the back of the hook there. So you've got to compensate for it getting pulled back. Make sure, I say, the tips are lined up. Now you've got a natural curve, so it doesn't have to be exactly right, but you want it close. So you get your length, tie that forward, straight on the top, 2 or 3 turns. So make sure you wax your thread, and then get the light cinnamon. You want 2. Now I'm going to tie these slightly shorter than the dark cinnamon. So we go on the top, so we catch this. Nice and tight. See where we are, that's fine. Give yourself plenty of room here to tie in. I'm going to pull these back, I'm going to split the CDC and pull them back and bring over the waist to draw them back, and then put some dubbing in front. So give yourself plenty of room to pull over. You need plenty of room as well to tie in the CDC feathers. Just going to come up against that to make sure it's nice and tight. Get some dubbing. Now the dubbing could be the CDC itself. There's the remains. So what I'm going to do, I'll just use the remains of the CDC. So I'm going to use a light and a dark. It's very easy to make your own dubbing. So I've got the 2 waist ends, like to cut against, or come from the top down, and remove the CDC. Dub's on really easy. Just take your time, dub it on, slide up. This will help float the whole fly, so just bring the thread through it, take away the excess, set it on your desk for the front of the fly, pull it back, 2 or 3 turns. This is where you need to separate. You want the tip of the dark, one tip of the dark and one tip of the light, either side. See where we are, just check where we are, there we are. Well, you bring these through now. If you find these are getting, it's too heavy, you can bring 2 through. Now I want to bring the darker, so I'm going to take the light away. So obviously I get just the dark CDC. You pull it back. Again, I'm just checking. I think there's actually a tip. Pull the tip. Maybe that. Just take your time. If you're not happy, just go back. Now pull the dark through. You can tie this in. Just saves a wee bit of bulk by pulling sort of 4 waste ends of the CDC through. You could end up with quite a lot. Just going to go back a wee bit here. Just pull in. There we go. Trim away the waste. It's important that you wax the thread. And you just pull this around so you can see. And see that there's plenty of room there to tie that in. Come back up. Now I'm going to put some horns in the fly. So I've got a bronze mallard feather here. We take 2. Peel them off. Just make sure they're lined up. Laying them towards the back. You want them obviously longer than the wing, so you look a bit maybe 1.5 to 2 times the wing length. Catch these on the top. Just position them, get them to sit the way you want. Folding back the waist, I can tuck them back. Then trim away. And then just to tidy up the head area and help to draw back the wing a wee bit, I'm going to tie in some of the CDC dubbing. I've still got some left from what I cut away. So just tie, even if it's over or heavy, don't worry too much, because you could basically reduce it by Velcro, put the Velcro through it. Now, as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm winding up and then I'm bringing the thread, the bare thread through as a rib, bring it to the front. And then I'm going to hit finish, but what I'm going to do is just varnish my thread. I'll just put varnish on the thread, about 1 centimetre from the eye of the hook, and then whip finish. So lock in the turns. I did catch one wee fibre there, so I'll trim away. Now what I'm going to do is just draw these back, just push the material forward and press. This will hold it back. Let me see. There you go, that's your basic small spent caddis, or egg laying caddis. It's a simple wee fly to tie. Now if you want to shine your head, you can just touch it with your varnish. And as I say, you could do the same fly but using deer hair. You can't pull it back the same, you have to lay it back. Right, I'm just going to make sure the eye is clean. Get some wire to do that. Quite a small eye on this hook, so there we go. That's your cinnamon caddis, spent caddis. Nice wee fly. You could trim underneath it, but I'm happy with that. You can see the nicks on the blend, the dark on the outside and the light on the inside, which works with the light, suits me. I like that two-tone. A two-tone dubbing or a two-tone anything works, I feel, better than just a plain colour all the time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a go, good fun, and a good fly to tie.